Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 2, Lesson 15, and today a sentence learns to carry more than one of something. Up to now, one subject has been doing one thing, but real sentences double up all the time. Two people share a single verb, or one person does two things in a row. That doubling has a name, compound, and once you can see it, sentences get a whole lot easier to take apart. Let's dig in. Let's start with the whole idea in one breath. A sentence can double its subject, or it can double its verb. When it doubles the subject, we call it a compound subject, two or more simple subjects that share the very same verb. When it doubles the verb instead, we call it a compound predicate, sometimes a compound verb, two or more verbs that share the very same subject. And in both cases, the pieces are held together by the same little glue word. The joiner is a conjunction, and, or, nor. Keep that word conjunction in mind because it is the signal that a compound is coming. Here is a compound subject at work. Pens and pencils filled the drawer. Ask the usual question, who or what filled the drawer? Two answers come back, pens and pencils. Both of them are simple subjects, and notice what they are doing. They are sharing a single verb. Pens filled it, pencils filled it. But we write the verb only once, and the word and pulls the two subjects together in front of it. A compound subject is not limited to two either. Ravi, Dana, and Kim organize the fundraiser. Three subjects now, all lined up, all leaning on that one verb, organized. However many subjects you stack up, the rule holds. One verb shared by every subject. Now flip the picture. This time, the subject stays single and the verbs multiply. Nadia sketched and painted the mural. Who did it? Only Nadia, one subject standing alone. But look at what she did. She sketched and she painted. Two verbs, and both of them belong to her. That doubled verb is the compound predicate, and again, the word and is doing the joining. You can pile on more than two as well. The engine coughed, sputtered, and died. Three verbs there, coughed, sputtered, died. And every one of them reaches back to the same subject, the engine. So a compound predicate is simply this, one subject doing two things, or three, in a single sentence. Remember the correlative conjunctions we met earlier? The ones that arrive as a matched pair? They build compounds too. Both and, either or, neither nor. Each pair reaches around two items and ties them into one unit. Both Mia and Theo run the school paper. Two subjects there, Mia and Theo, wrapped up by that both and pair, and they share the verb run. Neither the map nor the compass helped us. Same thing. The map and the compass are two subjects held by neither nor, and they share the verb helped. So even though the joiner has two halves, what it builds is still a pair of joiners, still one compound subject. Here comes the sentence that ties the whole lesson together, because it does both things at once. Marcus and Elena designed and printed the posters. Let's pull it apart slowly. First, who did it? Marcus and Elena. That is a compound subject, two people sharing the work. Now, what did they do? They designed and they printed. And that is a compound predicate, two verbs leaning on the same subject. So this one short sentence is carrying two compounds side by side. Two subjects, two verbs, one sentence. Nothing tricky is going on. You just found each half of the sentence and then asked whether that half had been doubled. There is one wrinkle worth knowing, and it is about the verb. When a compound subject is joined by and, you are adding people or things together, so the subject counts as plural. Rosa and Dev walk to school. Walk with no S because two of them are walking. But when the joiner is or nor, you are not adding anything up. You are offering a choice. So the verb agrees with whichever subject sits nearer to it. Neither the twins nor Rosa walks to school. The nearer subject is Rosa, and Rosa is singular, so the verb takes the S. Walks. Simple rule to hold on to. And gives you plural, while or and nor send you to the nearer one. Let's turn all of that into a quick check you can run on any sentence. Step 1. Split the sentence into its subject side and its predicate side. Then ask, are there two subjects sharing one verb? If so, you have a compound subject. Step 2. Are there two verbs sharing one subject? Then it is a compound predicate. Step 3. Is the sentence doubled on both sides at once? Then it is both. And once you have named the compound, then check the joiner to pick the verb. And means plural, while or and nor point you to the nearer subject. Ready to try some together? In this first set, I'll give you a sentence, and you tell me what has been doubled. The subject, the predicate, or both of them. Pause the video and decide before I reveal each answer. Owls and bats hunt after dark. Who hunts? Owls and bats. Two subjects. And how many verbs are they leaning on? Just one, hunt. Two subjects, one shared verb, so this is a compound subject. The storm knocked out the power and flooded the road. Who did it? The storm, only one subject there. But it did two things. It knocked and it flooded. One subject, two verbs, so the answer is a compound predicate. Luis and Priya sanded and stained the bench. Check the subject side first. Luis and Priya. That is doubled. Now the predicate side. Sanded and stained. Doubled as well. Both halves have been compounded, so the answer here is both. In this second set, every sentence has a compound subject. Look at the joiner, then choose the verb that fits. Remember, and adds up to plural, while, or and, nor, send you to the nearer subject. Pause and try each one. Ravi and his cousins blank the canoe every summer. Look at the joiner. It is and, so we are adding Ravi to his cousins. That makes the subject plural, and a plural subject takes the plural verb. The answer is paddle. Neither the players nor the coach blank the call. The joiner here is neither nor, so we do not add anything up. Instead, we look at the subject sitting nearer the verb, and that subject is the coach, singular. So the answer is disputes. Either the cat or the dogs blank the mail carrier first. The joiner is either or, so once again we go to the nearer subject. This time the nearer subject is the dogs, which is plural, so the verb must be plural too. The answer is greet. Let's gather up what we learned. A compound subject is two or more simple subjects joined by a conjunction, all sharing one verb. Pens and pencils filled the drawer. A compound predicate is two or more verbs joined by a conjunction, all sharing one subject. Nadia sketched and painted the mural. A sentence can even carry both at once. And when you choose the verb, let the joiner guide you. Joined by and, the subject is plural. Joined by or nor, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. In our next lesson, we'll look at what happens when a sentence flips its order around. I'll see you there.